Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome to this reading. For this collective reading, I am working with the energy of nature spirits and the Fae in particular. So I was called to come do this reading outside, even though they're calling for rain. This is my favorite kind of weather. I find it very inspiring, and I felt called to come out and do this reading, like I said, to connect with the Fae and nature spirits. So I'm going to bring through a message to see what they want to share with you at this time. I've got the Fairy Wisdom Oracle and this little Forest Fae deck, and then I have the Fairy Tarot. So we're going to use all of those decks, and I'm going to start with the Fairy Wisdom Oracle and see what the theme of this message is going to be for you. You may really align with the energy of the Fae or nature spirits, feel really connected to nature. You feel like you're best when you're outside. I just feel like there's a message coming through, just like this feeling inside of me, like I want to encourage you to get outside more and connect with nature in whatever way you can. I feel like that's one of the messages that wants to come through. So let's see what's coming out in the oracle. Okay, coffee break. Yep. You need to take a break and spend some time connecting with nature. Let's see, they want to get another card from this deck. Number 2. Twos can be significant for you. There's a 2 on that card. Yeah, the way she's hugging the card on this, the cup on this, I feel like there's this, call for connection. Taking a little break, a little time out to recalibrate, reconnect with nature. It's going to do so much for you. And not just taking a coffee break, like, inside, watching TV or something like that. Like, really get outside. Earth element, absolutely. Yep. Number 54, which reduces to a 9. Yeah, this is about really like getting outside and really exposing yourself to nature. Like, really tune in. I'm hearing tune out the noise when you go out in nature. Like, turn off your phone, or, just don't look at your phone, and just connect with everything that you see around you in nature. Like, even sitting on the ground like she is, like, she doesn't have much clothing on, not that you need to do that, but just this idea of really like exposing yourself is what's coming through this card. Exposing yourself to the elements. Like, I'm sitting out here and it's going to rain soon, like they're calling for thunderstorms, and like the energy just feels different, and there's just something that is going to just like refuel you, re-energize you by getting out in nature and doing that. Get one more. Yeah, just building more breaks into your everyday where you can get outside is a message that I really feel here. And there's also something about air, and I was like wind, and I heard something like a vortex of change, or a vortex of something, of energy. And it's funny because both of these cards have this like see this like little, it's like air, vapor, wind, like something about connecting with the elements, like letting the wind like blow through you can be just so invigorating, so refreshing. Like, if you get outside on a windy day and just connect with the element of wind and just see what happens. Be open-minded and just really let it move you, move your soul. Okay, one more. Okay. The Flirt, 31. Interesting. I just feel like this energy of like getting your spunk back. That is what getting out in nature is going to do for you. Yeah, we'll see if anything else comes out in the tarot with that, but I'm going to go ahead and start pulling some tarot. All right, Spirit, what is going on with this collective currently? What do you want them to see? Almost like this energy with that flirt of having fun in nature, you know, just kind of like, I don't know, like this flirtatious kind of light-hearted energy. It's almost like nature wants to play with you. So we're connecting to the Fae, right, which can be a very playful energy, and just letting yourself kind of connect with your inner child when you're outside and like play outdoors and see what you can do in some kind of way as an adult. You know, we don't really think about doing that, but you can still like get outside and play in some kind of way. And just connecting with your inner child like that does so much to keep you just like feeling energized, reinvigorated. It's sort of like almost makes you feel young again, is how that's coming through. All right, so the first card we have here is the Queen of Swords. I'm not even feeling connected to the words on this card. So this deck has different words. Ooh, sorry, I got a bug on me. That's what happens when you go outside. Queen of Swords. I'm feeling like almost, look how the colors on these two cards are so similar, like these dark purples. It's kind of like the Queen of Swords is like, no, I'm too busy. I'm focused on my career. It even says on this card, now is the time to focus on your career. And it's like you're saying that, like, no, I've got to focus on my career. I'm too busy. I can't, you know, be like silly and playful. And you're being called by nature to get outside and kind of drop that for a little bit. It doesn't have to be all the time. You can mix it up, right? Just take those little coffee breaks, right? A coffee break is something that is a short break, right? So it's not like something you need to make kind of like a big deal. Just those little moments really add up, Spirit's saying. Okay, what else, Spirit? Why are they in this Queen of Swords energy? You're working really hard to build something. Nine of Summer. And let's see, that's the Nine of Wands. I have to always remember with the different seasons, the way they describe the elements in tarot. So, the Nine of Wands, which is, no, that's, hang on a second. Okay, this is the Nine of Cups. I had to double check. This is the Nine of Cups, so that is really beautiful. Nine of Cups is all about like wishes manifested. It says wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. This is just being like really happy and satisfied, finding emotional fulfillment, but it fell out with the Seven of Swords. And this feels real similar to this Queen of Swords, right? And this flirt energy. Hang on, I'm trying to pick it up here. It's like all this dark purple. So the Seven of Swords, there is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. And the Queen of Swords sees the truth very clearly. I'm getting this energy of, it's almost like you're afraid if you take this time to play, that you're not being serious, that you're not going to reach your dreams, your wishes, unless you are working really hard, and playing and taking breaks is somehow not being focused and not being serious. Like you're saying, I can just hear like someone saying, I don't really have time for that. Okay, let's get one more here on the tarot. Like you're not seeing the truth of something. Two of Swords. Yeah. This is indecision. It's kind of like taking a time out. I'll read you what's on the card. Indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. What I'm getting from that is like, I think you know that you need more rest, more breaks, more joy. And this Nine of Cups that you're trying to manifest, you're trying to reach a dream, this thing that you want to fulfill. But remember the magic. Remember that if you're this Queen of Swords, you're working hard, you're intelligent, you're focused. You got to let the magic do a little bit of the heavy lifting. It's not all dependent on you. And you're not neglecting your dream if you play sometimes. If you just get outside and connect with nature and just enjoy yourself sometimes, give yourself a break, that is not neglecting your dream. Nothing's going to fall through the cracks, I'm hearing. This Two of Swords is also a card of like peace and like just taking a time out, taking a step back. Like maybe you've been working so hard, you really haven't like stopped to sort of assess where you are. How are you feeling? That Nine of Cups, are you feeling emotionally fulfilled? And maybe to get back into that space of feeling really happy about this thing that you're working on, connecting with nature, taking a break is going to help you get back to that place. Okay, Spirit, give us some direction, some advice here. Yeah, there's really something here about playing, that flirt card, just flirting with life, playing with life. Okay, wow, Princess of Spring. Look at this energy, how different this is. Look at that. Optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. I feel like getting out in nature is going to like cause you to find your creative spark again, your like enthusiasm. It's time to go after your dreams. So we have another card talking about dreams here. And this is the Page of Wands, by the way. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. And there's some kind of connection here with nature that is going to help you expand your horizons. A lot of times when we're working hard towards something, I do feel this energy of somebody who may be like an entrepreneur, or, maybe you have a side project that you really are focused on bringing into fruition. And we feel like because everything's on us, you probably don't have a team around you or anything like that. So you feel like this whole thing is dependent on the effort that you put in. And you feel like if you stop, if you pause, if you spend this time in nature just playing, that like everything's going to crumble. And it's actually the opposite. If you don't allow time for things to sort of like that magic to come in, I'm almost getting this kind of like fairy godmother vibe from this. There's almost like spirit, right? This is just a representation of let the magic of spirit and the helpers that you have all around you do a little bit of the work while you rest, and it actually serves the work that you do to be playful. And, it says do something that expands your horizons, right? This Page of Wands is very creative, enthusiastic, like wants to go on an adventure. When you do that, it actually informs the work that you do. And you may actually find like unique solutions or ideas, new sparks when you do that, and it just improves your work. But sitting like behind a desk all day, crunching numbers, or just kind of doing the grunt work all the time isn't really everything that is necessary to be successful. It's like having that balance of rest and play, nature, indoor time, like balancing all of that actually makes your work stronger. Okay, Spirit, what's your advice? That was part of the advice. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Yeah, and we had all these swords, the Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, which is very much like the mind space and kind of intellectualizing everything. So you need to add a little bit of that like fire energy with the Page of Wands there. I just feel like you need like a lightening of like your seriousness, the thinking, like giving your brain a little bit of a rest. It's too many. It's just going to be beneficial all the way around. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone who's building something and you're super creative, super talented. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Be compensated for your creative talents. Yeah, this is being recognized for your talents, your skills. It can also be a card of teamwork. It doesn't talk about that on there, and I'm not really feeling that. But it's a card of just putting in the work, and 3 is one of the first numbers, in the sequence of 10 that is in the suit. And, it's like being in the early stages of building something. 3 of Swords. Yeah, 3 of Swords is heartbreak and sorrow. This says, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. And let me see what else fell out here. Release. Let go of the past. An ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. So that's number 13, which is the Death card. Yeah, it's like letting go of this heartbreak. So you may have had something that didn't work out before, something that you worked really hard on, and that may be where that fear is, like this 3 of Swords. Like, I don't want to experience this heartbreak again, so I'm just buckling down and I'm working hard and I don't have time to play and be silly and all of that. And then the Ace of Pentacles was the other card that fell out. A windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. A very successful project. A happy change in your career. Yeah, this is a new beginning. Let me just sit with this for a minute. The Ace of Pentacles, it's like there's so much potential in what you're doing, but I do feel like you're at the beginning of something with the Ace of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. And you've got this big dream with the 9 of Cups. Right? This is the big dream that you're trying to manifest. But they want you to see the truth of like how this works. That you need to take care of yourself. You need to have fun. You need to release and let go. Spend time in nature. Like, look how much nature is in this card. Like all these beautiful flowers. Yeah, your team is just wanting you to just release, let go of the past, let go of that 3 of Swords that happened in the past, right? And that is going to help you make way for new opportunities, this Ace of Pentacles. And with the 3 of Pentacles there may be help around you. There may be someone that comes in to support you, but without like this Page of Wands, without getting out there and just kind of connecting with others, or just like going on little mini adventures, this like coffee break idea. This could be like a day trip or something like that. Taking a day off and just kind of exploring your area just opens up ideas. It opens up connections with others. Okay, what is the final message or outcome that you want to share, Spirit? Take it out there. Take a break. Give yourself a break, I'm hearing. Like there's a lot of like work here. The Ace of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. That's being really driven. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. I mean, that's success. Meeting someone who can help make your dreams come true, which is kind of different. That's an interesting interpretation of the Queen of Pentacles. I've never really heard that before. Yeah, so you may be coming in contact with somebody that can help you in your business, even if it's just like ideas. It's like connecting with this very different kind of energy. The Queen of Pentacles versus the Queen of Swords, right? The Queen of Pentacles is very earthy. It's like when you go out in nature, I feel like it's connecting with almost like Mother Earth is what I'm getting through this card. She is going to help you make your dreams come true because there's some kind of like revitalization, this connection with the earth element, and the Queen of Pentacles here. It's like connecting with Mother Earth is going to do something to spark this energy inside of you. This creative energy is really going to help you if you're feeling stuck. I'm also getting with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords, like kind of feeling like you're a little bit at a crossroads and stuck on something in your business, and you're trying to intellectualize your way through it, like think about ideas or how to fix something, how to just fix something in your business, how to make something work, troubleshooting, that sort of thing. And Spirit is asking you to just connect with the outdoors, get outside and see like the abundance that is all around you. There's something like a shift in perspective that it will give you. And I already said like that revitalization of your energy. Seven of Autumn, Seven of Pentacles. So you have time. This is a card of patience. And I love that he has these butterfly wings here. That kind of connects in with the Death card, like transformation. Have patience, don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. You really do need to, like, I feel like, step back and connect with nature. And he's just kind of sitting here, taking a break, eating some fruit, and just looking around, taking in the sights, the smells, the sounds. Why is the Three of Swords here? Let me just ask about that. Ten of Cups, an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. Yeah, this is like soul connections. This is that fulfillment. You already have the Nine of Cups here. It's like this is what you are looking for, this fulfillment, this happiness. The Ten of Cups is like having everything, but it's like really those deep soul connections. And it's also a card of like happily ever after. So it's like you can have this, you can have your dream. It's just taking time. Four of Pentacles. Manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help those who are less fortunate. I'm getting from this Four of Pentacles, just slowing down is okay. This is a card of almost feeling a little bit like stuck. Like things are moving, but not maybe as fast as you would like. Like you've got this big dream, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups. And I just feel this energy of like, you want this so badly. Like this is going to just be what makes you so fulfilled. But it's a lot of work to get there. And this whole like thing for you is going to be so transformative. Not only the success, but how you're growing through this. The Pentacles, that we've gotten a lot of Pentacles here. The Pentacles is also about, well, it's about growth, but when we talk about growth, it can be your own personal growth. So you're not only going to love this thing that you're creating and feel really emotionally fulfilled with it, but you're going to be so like satisfied with yourself. The Nine of Cups, it's like deep emotional satisfaction, like being really proud of yourself. And you're going to be proud of how much you've grown. It's just like this card is really standing out. Like the color on this is so different than all the other cards we have here, which are like purples and greens and blues. This is very warm. Purple, green, and blue are cool colors. And this is a warm color. And it's like time to add a little bit of warmth back into your life, some kind of like vitality, fire. This is what is kind of like feeling like the little missing piece, the fun, the fire, the enthusiasm, the creativity, that really might get you like over this little hump that you might be feeling with the work that you're doing right now. Okay, I'm going to grab one from this Forest Fae deck. See what final message Spirit wants to share with you. Strange journeys. Take control of your quest. Choose your companions wisely. Yeah, so I feel like with the Three of Swords, you must have been hurt in the past, maybe when it came to working with others, because we got the Three of Pentacles there. And right after that, that's when the Three of Swords came out. So maybe you are carrying a lot on your shoulders that you could maybe share with others. You could maybe, collaborate or combine forces. Spirit saying something about like a fear of like giving up control over this thing that you're creating because it's so important to you. Because it's a dream. It's different than like just a job. This is a dream that you have, and you can like see what you want to create. You have this big, beautiful vision for what you want to create here. Whatever this happily ever after would be for you, and sharing that is something that you may be feeling a little bit shy about doing. And it does say choose your companions wisely. Let me just get a little advice on that real quick. Spirit, what do you want to say about choosing your companions wisely? They're saying one of your companions could be nature, right? Like, don't forget your helpers in the subtle realms, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides. Prince of Spring. I always have to remember what all of the elements are. When I start channeling, it's like hard for me to keep switching back and forth with my brain here. I need some Queen of Swords. Immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. So we had the Princess of Wands. This is the Prince of Wands. So this deck has two of these like young energies, Prince and Princess, the feminine and the masculine. A passionate relationship. I mean, this feels really positive. If you maybe meet up with someone, that one card, that Queen of Pentacles said, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. And there's a little owl on this card. Like, you can trust your intuition because you've been through the heartbreak in the past. You know what you're doing. You can trust your intuition when it comes to people. This says a challenge you can successfully manage. And I'm also seeing there is a hare on both this card, Page of Wands, and on the Queen of Pentacles. You know, and the tortoise and the hare. The hare goes fast. I was picking up something about like you may feel like things aren't moving fast enough. Okay, let me get a little bit more here on this companions. And I'm getting also with the Page of Wands, it says charming, self-confident, passionate, restless. I feel like that's your energy. You really just have like so much that you would bring to a situation, like bouncing your ideas off of someone else. Like those creative ideas could be really, really helpful. Here we go. Three of Cups. Yeah, this is a card of like soul connections. Celebrating, news worth celebrating. Friends you cherish. Yeah, there really is a lot of, we got Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. Choosing your companions wisely. Like, this feels really blessed. So maybe considering collaborating could be also something. But remember, collaborating with your spirit team too. Like, open yourself up to more than just your own brain, I'm hearing. Like, you're really intelligent, clearly, with this Queen of Swords. But that doesn't mean that you have to do it all alone. Your spirit team is there to help you also. And for some reason, I just kept shuffling the tarot, and now we're getting the Star. My favorite card, number 17. That is looking to the future with hope and optimism. feeling really, really positive. The power to move, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. And that was also the 10 of Cups, like the happily ever after. Like, this is something that is going to be really blessed, and whatever kind of heartbreak that you experienced in the past, you have your right to feel hopeful and optimistic about the success of this thing that you're working on now. It feels like it's really, really blessed. Yeah, and just connecting with your spirit team is going to be really, really helpful. The power of faith to move mountains. This might feel like a mountain, this thing that you're trying to bring into reality. It might feel like it's insurmountable, but this is saying you've got everything that it takes, and you've got a whole team around you in spirit, in nature, and possibly even in real life. But get yourself out there and just, you know, find that spark again. Let the creation energy like infuse your body, that warmth, and see where it takes you. See where it takes your dream. I wish you all the best with whatever it is you're working on. I would love to hear about it if you want to share in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here, for watching. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.